Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today a very interesting video with rank 3 Carnage against uncollected Nameless Thanos. So I was a bit bored today and I decided to have some fun with uncollected Thanos just because I absolutely love this fight. And I figured out that Carnage should be a good matchup here just because he has power gain while opponent's bleeding. That's going to help us in section 1 as well as his unblockable special attacks, and he does a lot of bleed debuffs. That's going to help us in section 2, and section 3 is kind of like just you can't mess up, so it's nothing too bad over there. So anyways, the fight is quite simple. We just need to start with heavy attacks, get some bleeds going, then we launch our special attacks, we start building our buffs that mutate into permanent buffs. And the only thing that we kind of need to watch out for is that when the timer expires, we are on the buff that we want to keep. Like heavy attack gets us cruelty, light attack gets us precision, and medium attacks gets us fury. So I like to get a couple of cruelties before the first kind of stone takes effect, and then build up furies and precisions later in the first section. Aside from that, the unblockable specials are extremely helpful. We just need to keep an eye on the bleeds on opponent, make sure they haven't worn off. Because yeah, I have made that mistake before. This isn't like my first try. Obviously, I tried a few more times for the solo. I could get to the section 3 and then eventually I'd mess up. But anyway, so the unblockable special attacks are extremely useful in the section 1 just because you don't need to worry about him kind of not dashing in at you. You can just have at it. Also, Carnage is really good at standing intercepts. They will succeed more often than not, and that just kind of creates that really aggressive feel that you have, and that is one of the things I love about playing Carnage, that he just seems like relentless, constantly going at opponent, getting that hit count incredibly up, and he just keeps going with all the power gain, debuffs, buffs, and it's a bit of a crazy time. But anyways, so we enter the second section, so we do immediately do a dash back, finish a combo with light, remove the inverted controls. Here I hadn't noticed that my bleed had worn off, so I needed to launch another heavy attack and do another one for good measure. Then I like to parry the first beam of his special 2 and evade the last 2, and if he's above 40% we can just play it safe and we can just parry him and then remove the inverted controls. But yeah, the good thing about playing Carnage here is that you can keep aggressive and you can get in a lot of stand-up intercepts. That's why it's going to be extremely easy for us to deal with that critical border of 40 to 30%. But anyways, you can see that bleeds are constantly on him. We're shooting level 1 after level 1. Our hit counter is going crazy. There, I probably should have shot a level 1, but it is what it is. So I betted out a heavy attack, another level 1. Here is kind of like a bit of a tricky bit because we can't parry stun him anymore, so I did an intercept with inverted controls on. But yeah, that's what it is. So he's in 31%. We just needed to bait out one heavy attack, punish that, and he enters the last phase. So the last phase, as we all know, is pretty much all about intercept. The cool kind of thing with Carnage is that because of his stand-up intercepts and how many specials he can shoot, you can kind of extend the time Thanos does not shoot his level 3, and that kind of lets you heal up from all those armor breaks even more. As you can see there, I wasn't too bothered even getting to my level 3. I was just kind of like trying to delay and stall as long as possible just to stack up more armor breaks to be able to deal more damage afterwards. So there I nearly made a mistake. Luckily I had power enough for level 2, so I shot it. That kind of saved me. I nail in here a couple of intercepts. So I have the safeguard on me, so I know I'm not going to die. And Nameless Thanos is at 17%, so basically at this point I think we just gonna need like one level 3 and we're gonna be done in. So couple more quick intercepts. We're dealing insane damage thanks to all of those armor breaks. So I do nail my last intercept. I think he had like 19 armor breaks on. Shoot our level 3 and that's gonna be fight over. That is an extremely fun and fast-paced fight. I absolutely loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed this fight as well. If you did, please do feel free to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe. See you guys soon.